And as good shooters always do, they look at their hand after a shot like that and think, what happened? Something had to be on my hand.
Notice what lineup they put in now. The lineup that's won 5 out of the last 7. They've taken the 3 injured guys out of their lineup, and they put the guys that have worked together back in the lineup. But Brad Miller missed everything. He's been their scorer.
Zach finds Telfair out top. Back to Randolph. 5 to shoot. Zach going to put a move on Miller. Missed the shot. Prisbilla up for the rebound, but Evans claims it for Sacramento. Matt Barnes, too hard a pass for Sungaila, and it's out of bounds to Portland. As up off the bench is Eddie House, so Rick Adelman going deep already.
And you mentioned this stat a little earlier. They only turn it over 13 times a game. They're one of the best at not turning it over. Number 2 in the entire NBA. And I'll tell you, the Blazers have come out to play tonight. You can see that. As long as they get Zach Randolph in with the rest of the group.
Miles baseline, leaves it for Zach. Missed the shot, had it partially blocked, and then throws up and misses everything. Line, as now Evans has Stoudamire. Big size advantage there. Sungaila left open from deep. All the Kings' big people will shoot it deep. Miles stepped in and took that rebound away from Miller. Telfair, all the way to the rack, lays it in.
He didn't want to alley-oop Zach Randolph, and he shouldn't have. Zach's not one of those high flyers.
Oh, Eddie House ran down Telfair, and Dick Pavetta, he thought about it, but he gave the blocking foul to Sebastian Telfair.
Well, Dick Pavetta will say, you're a young guy. Look at Telfair right here. Now, he didn't alley-oop because he knows Zach Randolph's not a high flyer. If it would have been Darius Miles, he would have given him the alley-oop. I'll tell you what, Dick doesn't miss many calls, but he might have missed that.
I think he would question all 3.
Boy, and Maurice Cheeks is questioning it right now. Jimmy Lynam over on the bench. They want to know what's the deal.
And I think they're probably bothered by the same thing we talked about, the tardiness of the call. Zach, backcourt goes Miles. Beautiful feed as Zach pump fake to bring the defender and then set up the reverse.
Well, we talked about assists. The Blazers have more assists than the team that does it better than anyone, the Kings. Well, see, that time Ruben was overplaying him. He went back door and he couldn't catch the ball.
Weber off again. This one off of Zach Randolph. So Sacramento will have it with a new shot clock and 7:03 left in the first half.
Well, Sungaila and C. Webb will be all over those offensive boards. Darius and Zach. Boy, watch this pass by Zach Randolph. That was sweet.
Maurice Evans then, or Eddie House, hits for Sacramento. The pick, he wanted a foul. House in transition, lobs it up. Evans and Miles blocked the shot. Somehow, the rebound to Weber. He finally dunks, but what a block by Miles.
Unbelievable block. The guard should have been in there.
Darius to Zach at the other end.
And that's what they want Darius Miles to do. Block a dunk on one end and then give a great assist on the other. If he can play like that, the Blazers are going to make the playoffs.
They go back to Weber. Miles on him. Miles tries for the steal. Weber spins and lays it in.
See Webb every time now because they got a smaller guy on him.
Damon for 3. Off. Zach high for the rebound. Spins inside and he is fouled. Pat Frayer, the official out near midcourt, was forced to make the call because the other 2 didn't. 14-point Portland lead. Halfway through the second quarter. Trailblazers and Sacramento Kings. Look at the block and the elevation by Miles. Well, back at the Rose Garden. Don't miss your chance to have lunch with a Trailblazer. The Trailblazers Fast Break Club is giving 25 lucky winners the chance to have lunch with a player. Register by February 17th for your chance to win. Visit Blazers.com for more info. But I'm not sure I've seen a more impressive block shot than this one by Darius Miles.
That's going to be on all the highlight shows tonight because that dunk was down, and that's what Darius Miles can do. If he's motivated to play defense and not just offense, it makes the Blazers. Then they can sit Theo and Joel Prisbilla for a little rest. By the way, I want to say, how do you do to John Simmons, the guy that probably was the best stat person,
the official scorer,
and official scorer in the history of the Blazers, is back visiting tonight. I see him over at the score table.
Maurice Evans broke out of the pack quick, and Weber spotted him.
Well, the Blazers were going to put a press on, so the guards were up pressing. Rick Adelman probably saw it in the tape, and they sent their guards down court.
Damon finds Miles. Darius takes the top of the key jumper and buries it.
Boy, that's another. If he makes that shot, you have to come out on him. Oh, now he's in for a big night.
Trailblazers not knowing where people are.
You fall asleep on them, they capitalize. #1 assist team in the NBA for a reason. They can pass.
Zach working on Songaila, missed the shot, tipped around into the corner, and it's off of Maurice. No, it's off of Zach Randolph, says Dick Bavetta.
Now Zach's got to look around and find somebody because they're starting to double team him. They're all sagging in the lane. There were 4 people in the middle. He's got to now kick it back out to Nick or Damon.
Weber backing down Miles. Darius holding his ground. Weber just scoops it up and in. Here come the Kings.
Well, I'm amazed at the Blazers. I know the big guys. One has the flu, and the other one has bursitis, but they're sticking with this short lineup.
Van Exel down low. Beautiful look to Randolph. He had the open 3 and instead spotted a wide open Zach and nailed it.
See, Zach's got to realize now it's a different, they're not going inside to him every time. These guards will pass it to him. The defense was out on the guards that time, and it made it easy to get the ball into Zach.
Defensive 3-second technical on the Nick Van Exel, says Dick Bavetta.
Yeah, Nick was coming over to double team C. Webb, and C. Webb is telling House right now. See the guards right there. He hits the inside, and you can see Stojakovic in the game. You better not play a zone.
Damon trying to go inside. Zach has it against Songaila. Tries a step through. Back to Damon.
Oh, that's sweet right there.
Randolph, difficult fadeaway over Songaila, hits it.
See, Zach got the word now. He threw it back out. Damon didn't have a shot, threw it back in. And when the Blazers do that, and they get a little trust in each other, now they're a good offensive team.
Are alive and well as the Trailblazer lead, which was 18, has been cut to 12. 2:23 left here, first half at the Rose Garden.
The guy that plays with his back to the basket, and Theo can time a block. By the way, Theo is up to #3 in the NBA in block shots, so he's coming back after going through a lull there for about 3 weeks.
Weber makes a pair. Sacramento has Portland's lead cut to single digits. It's 8. Trailblazers offense, which was free-flowing, has not been the last several possessions. Zach has it poked away, and Ruben Patterson and Coutinho Mobley are starting to go at it, and Tony Brothers and Dick Bavetta have to get in between them. And a foul is called out top, I believe, on Weber.
I think it's going to be a double technical. That's the way Dick Bavetta. And I'll tell you what, Coutinho, because there's 3 people in between them, Coutinho will do some trash talking. But if they were left alone in the gym, Coutinho would make friends. He wants no part of Ruben Patterson.
And he'd be broken in half.
Yeah, let's take a look and see what's happening down low.
There's
look,
the elbow.
Yeah, there's a little elbow, and there's a little elbow back, and a little hug.
So you're right. There was no foul out top. The foul was just a stop that was going on between Patterson and Mobley.
And Dick Bavetta, because he knew Brad Miller had his man sealed for, I counted 11.
Now Portland, as the coaching staff is arguing on the Trailblazer bench, they have not gotten a benefit of any call to their liking so far in this game. Oh, there's one.
Yeah.
Zach is fouled by Brad Miller, and of course, the big bad Trailblazers aren't going to get many calls against the darlings, the Sacramento Kings. Third foul on Miller.
Or as Shaquille O'Neal calls them, the Queens. I'm not starting.
No, you were just quoting Shaq.
I'm quoting Shaq
from a couple of years ago. But
you King fans jumped off the bandwagon when you thought this team was going to fold when they lost a couple of players. This King team will be in the top 4 in the West. They've got a lot of weapons.
And they really, you think of how good the Phoenix Suns have been, and they have been. Sacramento only trails Phoenix by 4 games in the Pacific.
And I think the Suns are going to be there. They may make one trade before the deadline, February 24th. I'm Not quite sure how much the Blazers will trade. They've had the injuries. Sharif comes back in about 2 weeks.
I was applying the pressure. 1 second. Bibby for three at the buzzer. So Sacramento goes in with some big-time momentum as they did not play well here in the first half. And yet they're only 8 down to Portland. Trailblazers got it done early. And will have to bring the same to defeat the Kings in the second half.
He averaged 29 a game because they got Peja, but he is very active as always. Brad Miller is a guy that'll bring your best defensive rebounder out to check him, and that's why the Blazers have given up 11 offensive rebounds. You see Weber throwing the ball in, and also Zach Randolph has had the same amount, but you see Damon, he loves this open court play, and he goes right up the middle. And we said points in the paint are going to be so important. Damon keeps it spread out. It's going to be that much easier to get the ball inside. But what the Blazers have to do, if Damon is scoring like that from outside, somebody's got to step up and get a defensive rebound coming out of his ears. Mobley, and they knew when they got him. He's not.
Miller has the shot blocked. Dick Bavetta going to count that bucket. They're checking. And now Dick wants help. He's going to come talk to Tony Brothers, and he's talking to Weber about the weather.
Yeah, no, he said he wanted an autograph.
And they score the bucket on the goaltend. Yeah, probably a good call after looking at it replay.
It's close. It really was. And Dick Bavetta opened it up. He wanted help, and Tony Brothers did. He wanted an autograph.
If it hits backboard first.
Look at
I don't know. No. First angle,
that angle.
This one, I don't think so.
It's real close. And because he pressed it against the board, and Dick hates that, because he asked for help from his fellow referees, and they both looked at each other and said, Dick, you made the call. You're our leader. And they left him hanging out there. When you see like that, you see another dunk. Now Zach Randolph comes in the game, and he right now is the key to the Blazers winning this game. They need a little offense. They need a little change. The guards have been scoring outside, both Nick and Damon. The defense is out on them. Now Zach has to come in and just change the way this game looks. And Damon immediately sends Rubin away. I think they want to get Zach coming across the baseline.
Van Exel, 10 to shoot against Mobley. Going to go to the middle, tried to drop it for Zach. Miller played the good defense, and Portland turns it over again. And the Kings off the offensive glass, where they have made a living tonight. Brad Miller's got the 3 fouls. If you could go at Zach and get one more on him. Stoudamire thought about a deep 3. Now dances through the middle. Zach from 15 on the baseline leaves it short. Damon kept it alive. Miller then grabs the rebound as the first team foul on Sacramento here in the third. 3:40 left in the third. Weber puts a move on Ratliff. Theo blocks it again. He won't learn. Damon up top. Patterson to catch. Miller with him. Rubin too strong.
Great pass, and Rubin, as always, the number 5 fast break man in the NBA in January, scores again. Boy, the Blazers needed an easy one, no doubt about it.
Touchdown pass here on Super Bowl Eve. Stojakovic open 3. Short. Rebound, Zach Randolph.
Is that his first defensive rebound?
Portland looks to run again. Damon up off the glass. Short. Rebound to Mobley. Grabbed another offensive board. Van Exel, nice pass to Zach, who lays it in with the left hand. Mobley upset at his teammates, saying, somebody want to help me get back on defense. And once again, the Kings charge, but the Trailblazers find the answer. 7-point lead, 2:45 left in the third. We've got 2:45 left in the third.
Yeah, and they're doing a nice job doing that. Zach, we said he has to be the difference. He's outscored the entire Sacramento bench. Zach Randolph 16, Sacramento bench 13. So Zach's doing a job. Now, without Joel in there, rebounding, they got a rebound.
Weber at it, blocked by Ratliff again. That's 3 in a row. Weber still in trouble, throws it up, no, but a foul called by Tony Brothers.
Well, we got to look at this. He looked like he changed his pivot foot when he turned around to make the shot. Once again, the Blazers get burnt for their 15th offensive rebound. Great block. Now let's see if he turns that pivot foot. There it is. No. Well, I can't see it there.
What a travel.
No, he kept an interesting call. Now, Sebastian Telfair comes in the game with his 3 fouls.
I'm not sure if the Trailblazers saw him as he just kind of walked off the floor to the baseline, and the middle was wide open.
Yeah, there's no doubt they didn't see it.
Bibby off on that shot, wanted a foul call. There didn't appear to be anybody near him. Telfair with it here. Miles trying to drop it down to Zach. He goes to work on Sangala. Step back move. Good.
Well, Zach Randolph now with 18 is, it looks like he's not pressing nearly as much.
Portland confused offensively right now. Miles wants it against Sangala.
And Nick, look how Nick set him up.
That pass, Fortune lucky to get it back. Prisbilla somehow got it to the ball.
He's a thriller, that Prisbilla.
Bibby wanted a foul call on Telfair. Evans tries to pack it, and Miles rejects it at the buzzer. The Kings all over Dick Pavetta as they go to the sideline. Standing ovation from the Rose Garden crowd as we are through 3. Trailblazers taking the Kings' best shots. Somehow the lead is still in double figures as we go to quarter number 4. One to end the quarter. Let's take a look back. Ratliff with 4, Miles with 3 in this ballgame.
And the Blazers are number 4 in the NBA in shots blocked, and it's saving them tonight. They're see, that's how you have to help when you have a mismatch looking for it, and it'll open up shots on the perimeter for somebody else with him doing that.
Telfair 5 to shoot. Van Exel has it. Nick knows how much time is left. Double clutches a 3 and hits it. Or do they call it a 2? They give him 2.
They call it a 2. It should have been a 3, but that foot, that tippy toe was on the line. The guy he was, the 2010 guy last year.
Stoudamire to check back in next to that ball. Be interesting to see who he gets.
I think for Nick. Yeah, I think for Nick.
That'll put Portland with a very small backcourt against a pretty big backcourt for Sacramento. Van Exel in trouble. Steps through, finds Zach, puts it up and in. Beautiful pass by Van Exel. Now how he got it through there.
Yeah, you can see. Look at Nick Van Exel. They were looking for the teardrop, and they just forgot about Zach Randolph underneath, and that's the way Zach has to get points. It just can't be throw it in and make your move. It's got to be passes from the guards that penetrate, offensive rebound. He ran the court for a fast break basket. See, and that's how he used to score 20 every night. Watch Miller.
House still with it. Nice pass, right side. Barnes scores and he's fouled. Beautiful look by Eddie House.
And once again, they only have 2 starters in the game right now.
Despite the difference in shooting percentages, Sacramento right in this ball game. Can Portland answer again?
There's DA. He's enjoying his time
swollen, as you can see. Got the chipmunk look. He's had the 3 root canals.
Yeah.
Just a tough week and still a smile on his face. And somewhat quiet. In the key, Ratliff blocked the shot. It's claimed by Barnes, though, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Zach Randolph as Theo picks up his 5th block.
Was that? I think that was on Van Exel underneath, and I'd like to see it again because it looked like he got all ball with Barnes going up.
Well, Theo definitely blocked the first attempt and not given a block shot in the official book.
All right, let's see. Boy, look at there. That definitely is a block. He got his hand on it. Now he might have got him across the ribs, and that's it.
Missed free throw and a ball out of bounds to Portland. So Theo Ratliff officially with 4 blocks in the game. We've got him for 6. Miles in the open floor to Zach. Randolph spin from 10. He hits.
Oh, Darius Miles did a nice job of pushing the ball up and then did the right thing by giving it to Zach.
So that's 5 fouls on Ratliff. As of course, Prisbilla has 5 as well. Stoudamire tried to take it.
Boy, Zach did a nice job after a nice pass from Darius Miles in the open court. Blazers, they have it 17-6 fast break points.
I don't know yet.
You got to get him a name along with Prisbilla.
That's right. Name my yet-to-be-born son along with Prisbilla on court 7.
Shelley wouldn't tell me either.
Damon up top. Zach, step through move, foul. He'll shoot for will he shoot free throws? We'll see where he called the foul.
I don't think so.
No, I think it's on the floor.
And he's asking Tony Brothers.
Dick Bibby says he was going to give 2. Now he goes to Tony Brothers. No way he'll get 2, and no, he doesn't. He'll put it on the sideline. Zach certainly on his way to the hoop.
Oh yeah, now a little continuation.
Now they give 2 shots.
Rick Adelman was up. He had tucked. And Dick Bibby says, hey, Tony Brothers made the call. I didn't see it. And look at now, Rick wants to go. And Dick Bibby is the best in the NBA. He'll calm everybody down. You never have any loud outbursts. He knows calls, which calls should be made, which shouldn't. And I'll tell you, Zach Randolph was money in the bank in that Charlotte Bobcat game yesterday. Oh, and I'll tell you, I feel good with him on the line. Oh, yeah, what? You were going to call me the curse, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Bibby, Weber, they've been the hot 2.
You got to get out, Joe Prisbilla. He was helping out on the pick and roll. You have to. That's what they go to, the elbow pick and roll the last 3 minutes of every game. It's Bibby and Weber. You got to come up with stopping that.
Damon getting a pick from Zach Randolph. Doesn't take it. Matt Barnes out on who 5 to shoot. Damon along 2. He's gone.
In the old days, it would have gone into Zach. Damon said, I'll take it. I'll take it. What a big basket that was.
Weber trying to set up shop against Prisbilla. Now he goes to work. Prisbilla has 5 fouls. Weber through the lane. High arcing shot is off. Randolph high for the rebound for Portland.
That's the Zach Randolph we know and love. Getting that defensive rebound.
Damon pass, Bibby scores! Oh, he lulled him to sleep and then shot by him and laid it in. Rick Adelman needs time.
I'll tell you what, the Rose Garden is alive and well. Woo!
Terrific crowd at the Rose Garden tonight.
Oh, it's one of those sellouts that Damon is the man tonight.
Well, and Mike Bibby, you could tell the Kings as well thought, well, now Portland's got the rebound. They'll use a little clock. They'll bring it across slow, and Damon just shot by him.
He's putting him to sleep. You're right, MP. He just put him to sleep. Looked like in the old days he would have set up an offense. Here, if you get lazy on me, I'm going to score on you. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you, biggest game of the year for the Blazers right here.
Absolutely.
It could be a momentum builder. They have 2 in a row. They haven't had 3 in a row, I think, all year.
No.
Yeah. This could be a first, and they have New Orleans coming in Wednesday before they go on that 4-game road trip to end the first half of the season at the All-Star break. So this game really could decide if the Blazers have a shot at the playoffs or not.
Agreed. By the way, the upcoming road trip, New Orleans in town next Wednesday to wrap up the homestand. The road trip goes Memphis, Houston, Charlotte, Indiana.
And remember, there's the timeouts left, fouls to give. Sacramento has 1 foul to give. That'll hurt them in this situation. Portland, much better off with 3 timeouts left, 2 full and a 20. But remember, they were down by the same score last night and won the game against the Knicks.
Bibby, ball knocked away by Van Exel. Prisbilla claims.
And that was good. They didn't try to push it up court to lose it. They don't need points. They need clock to run.
Damon. Barnes on him. Stoudamire to Nick. Down low, Patterson. Rubin. Damon. Open three. It's off left. Rebound, Bibby. Weber tries a three and got it.
Boy, they are tough coming down. That was a delayed fast break. Oh, they fouled Damon. That was the one to give.
So you can afford to foul Damon.
Yeah, you could then, but you can't now. Because
but
now,
if you foul before the ball is inbounded, it's automatic free throws, and that's what Van Exel is asking for, but it's not the case.
No, that wasn't the case. Look at Weber coming down, and Joe Prisbilla really hustled back to help his teammates out, but he forgot Weber. You know, he's not a great three-point shooter.
He's 42% this year.
And he's great three-point shooter. You got to get out of it.
He doesn't shoot a lot.
No, right.
It's a 6-point lead. Stoudamire through the middle to Zach. Zach fouled hard, and Randolph goes back to the free throw line, where tonight he is 6 for 6. He had 6 fouls. 42% this year.
And he's great three-point shooter. You got to get out of it.
He doesn't shoot a lot.
No, right.
It's a 6-point lead. Stoudamire through the middle to Zach. Zach fouled hard, and Randolph goes back to the free throw line, where tonight he is 6 for 6. And he had 6 fouls.
Let's take a look. And I like this because the Blazers are aggressive. They're not sitting out and letting the Kings pressure them into a turnover. They're going right at the basket rather than take a Hail Mary with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. The Blazers, Damon Stoudamire, I don't think has made one mistake in this entire game tonight. What a magnificent back-to-back games he has played Friday and Saturday night. Now, don't forget about Coutinho. He's 0 for 6 tonight, but he's the type of guy that can make a shot. Blazers, now it's a 3-possession game. What a big foul shot that was to open it up to 7 points.
By the way, Chris Weber, you noticed a moment ago, fouled out of the game, so he's no longer a concern if you're Portland.
I'll tell you, they had everybody back in their lineup.
Last night, the Kings scored 9 points in 48 seconds, and Stojakovic buries a 3. It's a 5-point Portland lead, and Van Exel is the Trailblazer fouled this time.
And the Blazers didn't switch on that crisscross. And you know when Stojakovic is coming off that, he's going to shoot it, so you got to switch everything.
Well, and you know, Sacramento, if they're going to let the ball roll and the clock doesn't start, somebody's got to step out and at least force them to use a little clock.
And Damon gave Patterson a long look. Styles took it out of bounds and didn't find Damon. Although Nick Van Exel will make it, but you've got the #1 guy right now in the entire NBA. You've got to get him the ball going down the stretch.
This to make it a 3-possession game. That's big.
That is big. The way they shoot 3-pointers.
And a timeout on the floor. 32.4 left. If you saw Sacramento's game last night, you know this is long from over.
Coors Light, the coldest tasting beer in the world.
Well, you take a look at the game reset. Sacramento with only a 20-second timeout left. Portland in good shape now, and both teams in the penalty. I mentioned last night the Kings beat New York in Sacramento 116-115. They scored 9 points in 48 seconds, ended the game on a 9-1 run, and it was an unbelievable victory for the Kings.
Yeah, they missed a few foul shots going down the stretch. The Knicks did. And I might give you another little stat here. The Kings usually don't lose when they score 100. They're 22-6 when they score 100 points. That could be 22-7. The Blazers now have to make sure they don't give up a 3. You can give up a 2, don't give up a 3.
Barnes to inbound. Bibby fades. They give it to Miller instead. Back to Bibby. Zach will stay on him. Bibby will try for the 2, and he gets it.
That was a good switch. Now they got to find Damon.
Zach's going to let Nick take that out, and Portland takes a timeout instead, which was wise. Sacramento is setting up the trap, and Portland wants a chance to set up a play. Well, this is why the guys in Trailblazers broadcasting are the best. Last night, we talked about it, and here it comes. The Kings come back against the Knicks. There's the 3 by Bibby. Then the steal by Barnes. Barnes the feed to Miller, and Sacramento wins the game. That was last night.
Well, and you got to watch. That's why they call the timeout in the inbounds. Maurice Cheeks did the right thing. He didn't want the inbounds pass stolen in a basket. Now they can go in the backcourt, and they've got to foul Damon. That was great. A decoy Van Exel running all the way down to the Blazer bench. It opened it up for Damon, the secondary receiver. Notice night before Super Bowl, and these football tournaments. It was a New England. I thought New England. Now I don't know who's going to win that game. The Eagles have kind of T.O. coming back. What do you think?
I think New England.
I'm winning 7.
Yes. Damon hits the free throw.
And that's big. That's big. Now that's without the timeouts left. 108, 102, that's 6 points. He can make it a 3-possession game. Even if they get 2 3-pointers, the Blazers will get to shoot foul shots. So how big is this one right there?
There's 41 consecutive free throws hit by the league's best free throw shooter in Stoudamire. Bibby, a deep 3. Good. Holy cow. The inbound to Van Exel, and he is mad. Bibby's at 40 last night. He's got 35 in this game.
How did he make that one? And watch Damon. Damon's actually thinks, I got it. And then he stops about 8 feet behind and throws it up. Now the Blazers should 4 up. And Damon, they couldn't get Damon the ball. They did a nice job. Katina Mobley checking Damon.
And the biggest key to all of this is no time is coming off the clock.
I don't like Damon down there on the foul line. They need 2, but I'd rather have Rubin down there and Damon defending the 3-pointer back. And that's why...
That's all the Kings have been waiting for.
Yeah, just that little opening. And the Blazers, even if you have to call a timeout, take the ball out at half court and get it into Damon again. It's important with this team.
1 of 2.
It's 5 points now. You've got to defend the 3-pointer now.
Stojakovic had it knocked away by Damon. No call, and finally Zach is fouled. As Stojakovic looked over at the officials after the foul or steal and didn't get the call. We'll take a look at Stoudamire's quick hands. Oh, clean steal.
Yeah, it was clean. And Damon should have come back to get the ball immediately back, and Zach was looking for him. And Damon ran up court. He's so used to the fast break type of basketball the Blazers are now playing.
Now again,
Zach will make 1 or 2. This is a situation Zach hasn't
2 in a row.
Yeah, that's right.
If he makes 2 in a row, that again puts it back to a 3-possession game. So this is a big free throw.
And notice how the Kings can milk that clock. They're the best in the NBA at ending ball games with 3-pointers.
2. Ye of little faith. 16.5 left. A 7-point Portland lead. The 22nd timeout. That's all Sacramento had left. So obviously, if you're the Kings, that time Stojakovic was trying to sight from 3. I guess now the play is whoever you can get open. But if I'm Rick Adelman, I try to find a way to get Mike Bibby open.
Yeah, and the Blazers have to talk about, even if they make a basket, not so much to defend it. If they make it, what are we going to do? Are we going to call timeout, take it at half court? Are we going to try to get it into Damon? Are we going to, they've got to make sure that they don't do what the Knicks did last night, throw it in bounds and have a guy like Barnes intercepted. I like Brad Miller here. It's going to be a decoy, Brad Miller, yeah.
Miller still with it, gives to Mobley. That looks good and is. The inbound to Van Exel, and he is fouled with 11 seconds left. And no matter what happens now, it's going to be a two-possession game.
How about Katita Mobley, 0 for 7 tonight. Hasn't even seen the rim tonight. And he makes that. Just have to make sure they don't roll it up to half court. They've got to make them touch it in the back court and waste around 5 seconds.
2 for Van Exel. This is, by the way, his Trailblazers' highest scoring game of this season. Ball poked away. Miles chases it down. It's loose. Picked up by Van Exel, and that's going to do it. Finally, Trailblazers pass another big test tonight. They get a big victory over Sacramento. Last season, the Trailblazers caused them fits. And they get a victory tonight over the Kings.